place.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Good to see you, Sweet Star. Nice to see you. Anonymize, welcome in also, and everybody else that's just tuning in. Tonight, last time out, last few videos I did, we visited only K stars, and we did really well, profit-wise, on finding stratum tectonica. I suspect that we will not do as well on stratum tectonica, but I'm not sure what we'll find with just type F stars. We'll have to see. I also did not find any notable stellar phenomenon. I checked many, 8 pages, 9 pages worth of cartographic data, a lot of systems. Just shy of 3 billion credits turned in for exo-bio data. So, but there were no stellar phenomena, notable stellar phenomena. I do think I did find some Recepta once, kind of on a odd thing, but I don't know what we'll find tonight with just F stars. After I do the F series, I will probably try to do G or A, maybe A's, depending on where we end up. I'm out here with the Distant Worlds 3 expedition. We get the mouse in the right window. I'll show you where I'm currently located. We left Beagle Point. We're at waypoint 5 over here. I'm taking really tiny jumps, so I get as many stars as I can. So not very far. I'm about 3 or 4 jumps, maybe 50 light years, if even that, from the waypoint. I do believe they're going to announce the next waypoint today or Monday. It's still Sunday here, but sometime Monday. I may coincidentally be. I got lucky last time. I headed off in the right direction that the next waypoint was at. I had no clue where the waypoint's going to be, nor do I have any idea where the next waypoint is going to be. I'm going to head just over toward this bookmark. This is where I ended up. I came over here looking at K stars and then headed back on a slightly different path looking at K stars. So I'm going to do the same type of thing, looking at F stars. Now, if the waypoint moves, and what I'll do is I won't head back this way. I'll just head towards the waypoint once they announce it. I won't be reaching this point on this stream. Probably 2 more streams or so. We'll see though how it goes. But Beagle Point's back over here. On the far side of the galaxy from the civilization, the bubble's over there 50 some odd thousand light years away. So we're just going to go see what we find here on the F-type stars on this trip out, and we shall see. I've already checked this system. It had nothing, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Let us press on. It's going to be a lot of honking and scooping, a lot of scanning. Excuse me. You'll hear numerous sounds in the game. I have Lead Core Observatory running, which with this Bio Insights, which will be giving me information about when I FSS a body. It'll give me information about the type of life that's possible there. I have an HCS voice pack that will be chattering away sometimes. And of course the regular cockpit noises. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away in chat. Any comments, feel free to sound off or just come in and say hello. I stream to chat. I don't stream to play the game per se, because I can play the game anytime. So I'm very, I try to be very interactive with chat. The chat overlay will appear on screen when people are talking, no matter what platform I'm on. And if the text-to-speech is working, whatever people say in chat will be read aloud too. We'll see how well that works. Sometimes it stops working and I have to toggle it off and back on. See all that talking? I didn't notice what the count was when I honked the system. So. Okay, there's nothing here. We shall press on. Let's see, we're taking huge jumps. And when I was doing the K-stars, their K-stars are very prolific here. So they were fairly close together. But the F-stars appear to be a little bit further apart. But I was able to plot a course roughly 1,000 light years, 60 or 70 jumps, I think. In economy mode, that's the furthest you can plot is 1,000 light years. So we'll see what we find. Might not find anything, but that's part of what we're doing. And also, it should announce if the primary star is undiscovered or not. And sometimes I don't hear that. So I have to... And that kind of determines how I interact with the system. Because I generally only go down for high-paying exobiology. You see, this system is discovered, but it's not mapped yet. So let's see what we got. Let me get a little further away from that big old star, though. But I tend to only go down for things that pay 7-8 million credits base value. I typically ignore cheaper bacterias and things. Now, things like Recepta, which often pays, 15, 12 to 16 million credits, but I'll always go down for that. And Electricaea, things that are cool to look at, I'll typically always go down, see what we have. But we'll see what we got. We got no Earth-likes here. That's another thing I was looking for with the K-stars in particular was Earth-likes. I found 6 or 7 Earth-likes so far, not just on that series of trips, but I've been off in other directions and stuff. We may have stratum tectonica here. I'll show you the output of the Bio Insights plugin in a moment. It also overlays a thing on my game screen, which you cannot see. Temporarily puts an overlay up there with what possible types of life could be there. Very helpful. I highly recommend if you do a lot of exploration and or especially exobiology that you use a third-party tool such as Lead Observatory Core or SRV Survey. The biggest benefit I get out of the Bio Insights plugin is I can very quickly decide whether I am going to effort something or not. Excuse me. This is the output of the Bio Insights plugin. When I FSS that Planet 4, there's 8 bio signals. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 types of life listed. I can almost guarantee whatever I find on that planet will come from this list. Doesn't tell me specifically yet until I map the surface, so which one of these will drop off the list and become grayed out. But it very quickly lets me just glance over here on the value column and go, there is nothing there worthwhile, except in this case there is the stratum tectonica. So we'll go there and map it and see what drops off. And depending on what's left, we will get if the stratum is actually there, we'll go get it. And possibly something else. We'll see. It's early in the stream. We might effort a couple of things instead of just getting the stratum and moving on. And don't let me forget to get rid of this window or it'll be really boring. Even more boring for you. So we want to go to Planet 4. First we need a surface map. And ads are running on Twitch. Sad to say. We shall go to Planet 4 and see what we see. But again, the Bio Insights plugin is very helpful. I mean, I can very quickly, scan a system. Well, I don't scan very fast, so that's not quite correct, but I can scan a system and ascertain very quickly if there's anything there I want to effort. Sometimes it will list less, well, very often it lists less biosigns signals and lists more types of life possible. For example, very common is a sulfur dioxide with one biosignal. And that often can either be bacteria or stratum tectonica or stratum cucumis, depends. But you have to actually go there and map it to see which one it is. It's very helpful to me, so I highly recommend it. Plus, it has the advantage of once you get a sample, it gives you information about it, about, you know, hey, how much, I'm going to do a nice loop here, how much it's worth. But most importantly, it tells you when you've traveled far enough for the next sample. That's very helpful. Also, those of you in the know, feel free to do exclamation loop in the chat. I'm not going to do it this time. I'll let someone in chat do it if y'all want to. It even works on all platforms, so no matter what platform you're on, that command should have the desired effect of incrementing my loop of shame counter and interesting video graphic. Come around to the daylit side because I'm pretty confident that stratum tectonica is not going to drop off the list. It's usually not what drops off. Rarely it does, but not very often. Usually things like the Alioto or the Concha drop off when there's extra things listed. And also, just real quickly, if you're not familiar, I'll pull it back up here real quickly. You'll notice on the listings here, it may have a blue diamond. It just says that that's possibly a new personal codex entry for me, meaning I have not sampled said item in this region of space. And it also over here may have a red down arrow saying that the variant is extremely unlikely. That pretty much means it's not going to be there. Pretty much. Sometimes it does, though. I mean, it does show up, but most likely. And on rare occasions, you'll get an orange diamond that says it's possibly a galactic entry, meaning it hasn't been found before by anyone in this region. Or it could be any region, but it is possible to be the first to discover something in a galactic region. Someone has to be the first, right? Alright, let's get busy. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. Mine has been very typical, meaning I didn't do a lot except a couple of streams and a little bit of house cleaning and played with the cats. I have lots of cats. And a lot of sleep. 4 probes. I have the engineered probes, so we might be able to do it in 1, but I'll go ahead and give it 2 for sure. Okay, the Concha dropped off the list, so we have Aliotta, bacteria, rare sparse cactoidea, fungoidea, ossus, stratum, and tusk. We're interested in the stratum, but the next highest paying thing, if it's here, is the Aliotta. I wonder where's the Aliotta at? Oh, it's pretty much everywhere. So hopefully, if we go down for the stratum, there'll be Aliotta there, and we can get both. Okay, I'm mainly interested in the stratum, though. Make sure we're not heading toward the Terminator or something. Stratum's usually pretty easy to find. I mean, once you find a planet with it, you know, usually it's fairly abundant, and usually the game is super nice, and it just makes it materialize right in front of wherever I drop at. Let's see if we get lucky. That trend continues. I am in my Mandalay.
Hi, Bakardesson. How is it going?
Hey, Gerwin Jones. It's going well. I'm just getting started. This is the first planet I'm actually dropping down on to get some stratum tectonica. I just finished up my sweep of K stars in my last stream, and now I'm doing F-type stars only. How have you been? Video stutter there. 0.19G. Let's get our landing gear out. Keep this nice and slow. Nice more video stutters. Still using my secondary GPU card because my primary card died. I haven't replaced it yet, so yeah, well, nothing's rendering yet. There they go. Now it's rendering. That's bacteria, but there's stratum right there. And there's something growing right next to it. I hope it's the Aliota. That's another, yeah, that's the Aliota. That's another thing is, I'll show you when I get down. The Bio Insights plugin. Sometimes you don't know what you're looking for.
I was on DW3 but didn't do much. Took the Neutron Highway back to do the CG.
Fair enough. Fair enough. This Worlds 3 to me is just a location to do that's all I do pretty much is exobiology. I have thought about going back to the bubble a couple of times to do some of the CG, but I haven't yet because I do like pirate hunting. That's one thing. I was going to, what I was saying is I once spent a long time looking for a type of Aliota. And all I kept seeing was something I thought was tussock. And so I kept looking, and I was getting quite frustrated. And someone in my chat said to click on the species name. That's the genus, and this is the species. And it will show a picture of what you're looking for. And it turned out that what I thought was tussock was really a type of Aliota that I'd been looking for. And that person happened to be the developer of the Bio Insights plugin. Matt G. Very helpful individual also. So how are you scoring in the CG?
Jones said the new ship is real good, but takes a bit of getting used to. It's a good chaser.
I've heard that about the Crystal. I've heard that I use the word responsive. It's very responsive, you know, in maneuvering and stuff. Takes a little bit of getting used to, evidently. So what we'll do is we'll get 3 of these stratums, then we'll start sampling the Aliota, which hopefully will be right next to the final sample of the stratum. Oh, let me get rid of that overlay. I'm sorry. It also keeps track of how many samples you've done. I need a hotkey for that window. I need a Stream Deck or equivalent. That's what I need. I don't know if I have that on my wish list or not. I think I do. Not that it's going to matter, but pretty much the main thing I have on my wish list is animal food, pet food. I have a lot of cats. Okay, let's go over here. It definitely looks like the Aliota is co-locating with the stratum. That's very convenient. Especially with the Aliota, you only have to go 150 yards or meters between samples.
Jerwin Jones said in DW3 I didn't really know what I was supposed to do, so I did a little exploring.
That's all I'm doing. You don't have to do anything. with DW3. They have some or a couple of organized events and scientific surveys and things, which I may or may not do some of. But I think their primary goal is just to get people out in some spot in the galaxy to do exploration and stuff. And it all goes into the, Spanish database and stuff and EDDN and stuff. So it all counts. It all goes into the data that's, helps people figure out stuff. People smarter than me try to figure out, like, where green gas giants form and things like that. The more samples of data they have, the more conclusions they can draw. Definitely a lot of smarter people, more smart than I am, though. Okay. While I only have to go 150 or so meters between samples for the Aliota, I will go ahead and fly anyway, because it's just quicker than walking, usually.
Jerwin Jones said my other ship is still on the carrier. At the moment it would cost me $1 billion to get it home.
Yeah. It cost me a penny to... We weren't quite so far out. I think we had just left Colonium, heading toward that first waypoint past Colonium, when I transferred my Panther Clipper and my Type 11 out in my crate. It cost me a little bit. It cost me more in time than anything, though. It took like 50 some odd hours, 60 hours. It's only money. I turned in 2.8 billion, on last stream. That wasn't from just one stream, though. That was from like 3 streams. I was disappointed because BioInsight said it was going to be 3 billion. It was 2.8. Evidently, a couple of the systems I had done
Jones said
had been previously done.
Hours transport for mine.
150 hours. Wow. All right, let's get our first sample of this Aliota. Conveniently located right next to the stratum. I've found lots of Aliota of this type before, just evidently haven't found it in this region. Where are we at? Are we still in the Veil? Just have to go 150 meters, okay. And that distance thing works whether you're on foot and flying or in your SRV. It's very helpful. More than once I've flown to a sample and disembarked and stuff and found out I wasn't far enough before I got this. It's a free tool. It works by reading the Elite Dangerous Journal file. So it's real helpful. Super easy to install too. Trying to get it to work under Linux. I'm trying to get pretty much a whole streaming setup on Linux. I have StreamerBot working. I've got the game working. OBS, of course. It's a split system. One system has OBS and one system has the game. I do not have Elite Observatory Core working yet, or EDD Discovery, but I do have ED Market Connector running, though. So that's all I really need to report my data back to the EDDN, EDSM, and Inara and stuff. Okay, might have coasted a little farther. Alright, this will finish it up. That's all I'm going to get on this planet, is just these 2 items. Then we'll press on, see what we get.
Jerwin Jones said I have a Linux machine. It's real good, but I don't use it anymore.
If it was real good, you would use it. My big thing is I'm going to have to take this video card and put it into the Linux machine to get a fair shake to see how it compares. Or I could put the hard drive from the Linux machine into this box and run Linux on it just to see how the game runs. Oh, duh, I need Aliota. But it runs sufficiently fast, and because I'm so cunning, let me get this scanned. What I do on one machine, I take the HDMI output and it goes through a video capture card that has pass-through. Then it goes to the monitors. And the capture I was getting was really crappy.
Jerwin Jones said I only have one monitor and it PC is bugged out on it.
But I was getting a really low frame rate on the capture. I couldn't capture very fast. And I finally figured out that I was not plugged into the USB 3 port. As soon as I plugged it into the USB 3 port, I got up to 60 frames per second and stuff, capturability and everything. So solved that issue. Now I'm kind of upset because I had a cheaper dongle that's basically you plug it into your HDMI port and you plug the HDMI cable into it and then it goes into your USB, to capture. It doesn't have pass-through though, so you need at least two video outputs, one to go to your monitor and one to go to your capture thing. And I went ahead and bought a more expensive one because it wouldn't capture fast enough. But then again, in hindsight, I might not have had it plugged in because it said it was supposed to capture it up to 60. But I might not have had it plugged into the USB 3 port. And what's weird, though, is on that cheap computer, it's a HP desktop G600 or something like that. But the USB 3 ports aren't blue. They're the same color as the other ports. Another way I figured out what was what easily is I pulled up the product specifications and it showed 4 of them vertically that were all USB 3. So I went, as soon as so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to try that old USB capture thing and plug it into a USB 3 port and see if that works, even though now I have an extra HDMI capture. But at any rate, let's get out of here. Go to the next system and see what we find. Well, I tried streaming with one monitor, but my hard drive in this computer failed. I used that other HP computer to play the game and stream. It was running Windows then, not Linux. And it's horrible. But I only had one monitor. I was able to stream, but not at 1080p and stuff. But I was able to stream, theoretically. Not that I would want to ever stream at that poor quality.
Jones said, I know nothing about the difficulties of streaming. Must be complicated.
Actually, streaming's not hard nowadays, especially since streaming is built in on the Xbox and PlayStations and stuff now. It depends, how complicated you want to get. In fact, I think the NVIDIA software or the newer software, or especially for AMD, has streaming built into it. You can stream to YouTube and or Twitch or something, some of the more common sites, out of the box once you associate it with your account. The difficulties come in when you want to add special effects like, alerts, interaction for chats, channel point redemptions, things like that. And there's software now like OBS Studio, Meld Studio, a couple of others that make it very easy to stream. And once you figure out the very basics about, like on OBS you have a canvas, a scene. You can have multiple scenes. And like this, what you're seeing here is a scene. I can change it to a different scene, like with this scene, just chatting in game without a camera. But all these other things like the joystick controls, you see move around, everything, those are all called browser overlays. And to get message alerts and stuff, the easy way is to use a third-party thing like Stream Elements, which is free. You create an account on Stream Elements, you associate that account with Twitch or YouTube or something, and you can create alerts, and it gives you a URL that you paste into the OBS browser source that you add to that scene. And whenever an alert comes through, it notifies from Twitch. Stream Elements gets notified, and it updates that browser information, and it sends basically the alert to you. It's all automatic. I use StreamerBot to do most of those type of things. Anyone has any questions about those type of things, I'd be more than happy to try to set you straight and answer it. I'm not an expert, though, but I get by. Okay, we have our next jump done. We need to get back to our Discovery Scanner and get out of orbit. We're ready to go. Maybe go to Super Cruise. That would help, huh? Streaming is, and then you can add things like a microphone and stuff. For example, my Linux setup right now, all I have is a cheaper camera. Same Logitech camera as this, but it's a cheaper version. I don't even have a microphone right now. So if I tried to stream on that system, I would have to use the built-in microphone on the camera. Or I could use my headset. I don't really want to take this microphone. I don't want to disconnect my current streaming setup until I'm ready to move. I'm actually going to move all this into the other room where the Linux box is. It's far superior. It'll be a far superior studio-type environment that I'm setting up there someday, maybe.
Jerwin Jones asks, I like being relaxed when I play. It seems
I'm
you
not.
have to be good at multitasking.
When I was younger, I used to be. That's why my gameplay really screws up when I'm chatting. I'll forget to do things like, if I didn't auto-honk the system, when I go in, I'd forget to honk if I'm chatting and stuff. More than once, I found something like Stratum Tectonica, and I'll be chatting away, and I'll just leave the system. Because, I'll forget to go get it, But I don't know. I don't want people to not chat with me when I'm gaming or playing or streaming, because I would prefer to chat with people more than play the game, interact, with the community. You should do it though. Streaming is not hard. I mean, you've seen streamers that don't talk or anything. I mean, you can just play the game and not really interact with chat much at all. Not sure how many viewers you end up keeping, but that to me is one of the more irritating things when I stumble across somebody that's streaming with, generally with no viewers or 1 or 2 viewers, and you say hi in chat or something, and they don't see it because they're not used to having people come into chat, and or they're playing with one monitor and they don't see their chat. Some people with one monitor that stream play the game and stuff, on their computer, but they use their cell phone or something to look at chat. I had to do that when I was downstairs streaming when this computer died. I had used my cell phone for to look at chat because there was just no way I could Alt-tab between it, and it didn't have all the functionality that I have here with StreamerBot and all these other nice whistles and things. Make it a lot easier. Like right now I have the text-to-speech on chat, so I don't have to look at chat. It makes a little ding noise when somebody chats, and it also reads aloud what they say, so I don't even have to look at chat generally, other than maybe I might want to look at it to see where it came from, which platform. If I remember right, that was just someone honking because I was chatting. Just one body. So, no, 12 bodies, okay. And I didn't notice if it was undiscovered. That's something that needs to be built into Elite Observatory Core, is the announcement and overlay that it's undiscovered. That's something that had to be added as another LUA script that another person provided to me. Let me get further away from these stars. No gas giants, no Earth-like, so I can tell already from the spectrum. But it looks like there's some high metal content, so we might find something good. You should do some streaming, though. I mean, It's a good way to meet people. I've learned a lot from people in chat coming in, especially when I first started out streaming and playing the game. A lot of people would come in and give me tidbits of how to do things and stuff, and it's very helpful. And I hope I can pass that on to my viewers. Occasionally I get new people that haven't played the game much or anything. More Stratum Tectonica. You know, come in and chat and maybe learn something from me. That's my goal. That's why almost all I chat all the time, even when no one's watching. That way people watching the VODs on YouTube have an idea why I'm doing something. I tend to narrate what I'm doing and why. But I slack off too. Once depending on how much chatting I've done, my throat starts getting sore. And I'll stop talking so much. Okay, we have one planet with, very much like the last planet, actually. Same exact stuff. But only 7 bios this time, not 8. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So one thing is going to drop off the list. Again, there's no Aliota. That's what's different. Usually it's the concha that drops off, but we'll go map it and see. And if that stratum's there, we'll get it. And if the concha's there, we might get that too. I like finding conchas sometimes. Finding things is a little more fun than just watching somebody honk and scoop constantly. Slows progress down, but I'm not in any hurry. Where am I going? See, I almost jumped out of the system. I'm serious. I was just out of habit, just ready to go. Okay, we want to go to ABC1. No idea how far that's going to be. Here's AB3. Where the heck is it? It's not that far. Try this again. AB, 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 AB.
That's starting in 1 minute.
ABC1. Okay, that's where we're going. Let y'all go full screen a minute. Let's go. You guys feel free to speak up and say hi if you're watching. Let me know you're a person, not a bot. I don't care if you don't want to talk, but just say hi. I'm amenable to chatting, though. And if you're watching on YouTube or one of the other places, be sure to follow/subscribe over there. I really need it'll help my YouTube channel out immensely. To get some more subscribers over there. And sadly, though, the alerts don't appear to be working on YouTube. I don't know why. I'm working everywhere else. That's a tactical placement loop to orient myself on the daylight side.
Pixie_wifey just followed.
Oh, thank you for that. Pixie wifey? I'm just zooming by here. My throttle's at 0, just stuck in this gravity well until it plays out. We're kind of at the mercy of the place. Should end up at a good spot here, though. Thanks again, though, for the follow. I do appreciate it very much. So I know you're not a bot. Okay. I cannot read what that overlay
Body
says.
ABC1 may host a new personal codex entry and has high biological value.
Okay, the concha dropped off. So there goes the secondary thing I was going to go get. Oh well. That's usually what happens. It's either the Alliot or the concha that drops off. Okay, let's make sure we're in daylight. Let's go see what we see. I really like to find there to get the stratum in darker soil. Makes it easier to visually spot. When it's on real light soil, sometimes it's difficult to see. It's still plentiful, it's just difficult to see. I think this is the way. Pixie Wifey, that sounds like somebody's alt account or something. I have a second Twitch account that I don't use. I used it when I lost access to my main account because my phone had shattered and I could not do the two-factor authentication until I found another older phone I had, which actually was a better phone. Put the SIM card in it and life was suddenly good again. But I set up another account just so I could get back on Twitch. Look at all these video stutters. You gotta love this video card though. Only got 4 gig of RAM, so. Right, but here I am, still playing. And that's just horrible. Look at all that stratum, and look at that ground rushing up at us. Okay. Good old ammonia atmosphere.
Bear_McPike just followed.
Thank you also for the follow. Bear McPike. Nice to meet you. What do you mean my ship's in motion?
Bear_McPike said, lurk.
Huh.
Bacard Essen
Thank you
said,
for the
lurk
lurk
signal
also.
received. Bear_McPike, thanks for visiting.
I understand. A lot of people will put me up and while they're still playing the game and doing things. I understand that. I do that all the time. Appreciate the lurk and I appreciate the follow. We have a little bit of gravity. Got our first footfall, which means no one's been here, so I will get the guaranteed discovery bonus.
Is confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million.
Bear_McPike said space trucking.
Meters.
Space
First
trucking,
partial
yeah.
sample collected.
You doing colonization? I don't think I've ever seen your name before. Do I know you under a different name?
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Signal fades behind you.
This is going much better than I expected. Didn't expect to find so much stratum tectonica in these class of stars. So looks like I'm going to keep up my average of about 300 million in 3 hours.
Bear_McPike said colonizing. Nope, first time watcher.
Oh well, thank you very much for coming in. More than welcome to come in anytime. I don't know how long you've been watching. I'm out here with the Distant Worlds 3 group doing my own thing, but you know, last series of videos I just did K stars only.
Partial sample collected.
Just for now, for the next couple of streams, I'm just going to be doing F stars. And then I'll switch to probably A stars. Work my way down to M and stuff, and G, or maybe G then M. Start getting more what I call trash with M stars and stuff. You know, you don't get nearly as many high-paying things, but you do get more of the rarer or odd things like maybe Receptor or something. But that really is more dependent on planetary atmosphere, though.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over
I don't know how
500
much
meters from previous
matters
sample.
with the star type for those things, which is one thing I'm trying to figure out. I know people smarter than me, and I've seen the numbers in the spreadsheets, have done things like the number of occurrences of stratum tectonica with different types of stars and stuff, and things like Class M stars are not the highest. I think K is the highest, but I did really good. I turned in 2.8 billion doing Class K stars. So when I'm done with this, and I'll do 3 streams of F stars and see what the total is after that.
Bear
Sample
_
collection
McPike said there's a science to it. High mass stars tend to have more bodies.
And you're not wrong. And I've looked at, and I've talked with several people about that, you know, and the helium content, you know, systems and things, you know, like if you're looking for a green gas giant, which I'm always hoping to stumble across one. I did not know until somebody in chat told me that, like, Wolf Red is only found in H category voxels. I did not know that. Okay, that's all the stratum, and that's all we're going to do on this planet because the content dropped off. So let's press on. Well, Barry, you sound like you've been playing this game a while then, if you make a comment like that. But I know, like, those numbers on a... see, I mean, I seriously did not know this until just a couple of months ago. Like, this is a D voxel. You know, and like A, B, and C are lower mass voxels. And, you know, the larger this letter is, like D, E, F, and stuff, you know, have higher mass in the voxel, and that would typically mean more likely to have gas giants and things, or black holes, or maybe T-Tauri or something. But I think H class has a lot of T-Tauri. But I did not know that. So I learned something. You know, I learned a lot of things from people in chat.
Bear _ McPike said started playing back just before FCs were released.
I've only been playing since about January of 2021. So 5 years. But I have a whole year in game, literally. I don't want to do that. It's too late to abort now. I'm sorry, so I could have just dropped, went straight to it. I saw it in the sky there. What was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Oh well. I don't multitask real well. Oh, I have a whole year in game of game time. So out of the last 5 years, I've spent a whole year playing this game. So I need a life. I retired a couple of years ago, and my game time went way up. Pretty much all I do is either play the game or sleep or eat. You know, a few household chores, and that's pretty much it.
Bear underscore McPike said, yeah, the codes in the system's name actually means things.
32 bodies, it's undiscovered, and why isn't my hotkey working? Now it works. Okay. No idea. So, I hate big systems. The reason I hate big systems typically is the return on investment of time. When you're looking for higher value items, you typically don't find them in big systems. I mean, you do occasionally, but you got a water world. Okay, no Earth-like stuff. Yeah, I learned that the naming convention, the letters and things. I learned that. I learned that A and B has a lot of crap usually. There are exceptions. I would sure like to come across a green gas giant, though. I mean, if I organically found a green gas giant in the wild, I would have no need to play anymore. I'm serious. That is my number one thing on my bucket list to find. I've seen lots of green gas giants. I've just never discovered one. Most people haven't. Someday, though. Someday I will be doing what I'm doing now, and I will pass right by a system that has one and never know it. That's the sad or scary thought. Is I might have passed 2 or 3 of them in my travels. I've done a lot of travel. I'm elite 5 in exobiology and exploration. I've traveled a lot. I could have missed a green gas giant just by have been in the adjacent system, you know.
Bear underscore McPike said, keep at it. There's a lot of
there
unexplored space out there.
Yeah, there are. It's a good thing I like doing this. Some people like to blow rocks up. Oh, we got some good tubus there, maybe. Tubus is a great staple. Another planet with possibly good tubus. 12 million per, 60 million with a bonus. But there are a lot of undiscovered things. But there aren't a lot of new things. That's something I wish they would add. I wish they would. I had kind of high hopes, you know, that one CG that had the blue trees and stuff, with whatever they're called. It'd be nice if they put those in the wild, not just right there. But you know, give us a bone. You know, throw us some new biology or something that we can stumble across. New guardian site, something. You know, let us find something new. In all my travels, whether you're near a nebula
Bear underscore
or anywhere, it's always the same. Yeah, radicoidia or something, yeah. But the types of life you find, while differing in abundance or ratios, you know, like one region may have a lot of stratum and not electricaea or etc. You know, the types of life that you do find have been already discovered. You know, those types are known, not necessarily on that planet or anything, but, you know, they're known. So it'd be nice to find something brand new. Get that galactic entry. Doesn't even have to be a new type of life. It could just be a new variant, a new color or something. That should be something easy to add to the game, too. Wouldn't require a whole bunch of stuff. You just let the stellar forge or whatever they use to generate biology to make sure it's a undiscovered system where they add them. And let's see, what are we going to do here? Anything exciting we want to effort? I almost just jumped away because I didn't see stratum tectonica. Okay, we have 2 bios here, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things listed. So 2 things are going to drop off the list. One will be the concha, but is it going to be the tubus? Who knows? 4 bios here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the concha will probably be the one that drops off. The tubus. There's nothing wrong with these. You know, on any other day, you know, if you went after all these tubuses, that's 60 million a pop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly. You know, 240 million in this one system.
At Planex Shifter said waving hand emoji.
Oh, well, hi there. How are you doing? You working tonight? Plane X Shifter. Trying to decide if I want to go after this Tussock. I think not. I think I'm just going to press on. If I don't find anything else of high value, I'm not going to complain. I've already got a couple of Stratum Tectonica, so I'm good on that. I'm just trying to see what's out here, not necessarily collect everything. Maybe stumble across something odd, different, you know. An unknown planetary nebula. That'd be another thing I'd like to find. And other than blind luck, you have to look for those. I actually do that. When I'm doing a series of jumps, I will stop and look around on the galaxy map at nearby systems and stuff. Try to see a little bitty fuzzy ball or something. And sometimes you can see things in the actual sky if it's nearby while you're flying around. I'm very surprised. I've actually had some viewers on
At Planex
Kick
Shifter
too.
said my night off, but about ready to crash out.
About crash out? Well, you should do that. Go get you some rest there. Oh. Oh. You see that 52 bodies? Man. Let's get away from this star. 52 bodies. I'll be here all night scanning. I am so slow at FSSing things. Not as bad as I used to be. I used to use my joystick for it instead of the mouse. And I was really slow at that. Once I switched back to the mouse and, you know, stuff that's usable. Alright, let's see what we got.
At Planex Shifter said lol, yeah 55. At
50,
Planex
52.
Shifter said I say go
52.
for it.
Somebody posted, I can't remember if it was 90, it was over 90 bodies in this. Oh, he has a short, Arcanic on YouTube, had a YouTube short, and he come across a system with like 95 or something bodies in it. I'm like, oh my god, I think the largest I've ever come across is like 71 or something. Let's see real quick, looking at the spectrum here. We got no Earth life, maybe an ammonia row, which I don't care about, a couple of gas giants, so. Let's see. Hopefully there'll be a ton of moons around something, so I don't have to search the entire sky to find all these things.
At Planex Shifter said oh wow 90 is excessive.
Yeah, 90 is ridiculous. I don't even know how many bodies the game says Soul has. With all its moons and stuff, it might have a pretty large number. Here's my green gas giant song. You know what that means? It means I have to find a green gas giant while it's playing. Positive thinking, right? It's not that one.
The galaxy's a comedy, and I'm the joker. Well,
At PlanX Shifter said I always wondered what the largest system out there was.
I think a cow for all seasons told me once that somebody found something with over 200. I can only imagine scanning that one. You start that and go get lunch, come back and finish it up, you know. And I wonder if there was anything good there. That's like this system here. I'd be very surprised if there's anything decent here. I mean, it could happen. I think one system I did with like 50 or so, the very last thing I scanned had stratum tectonica on it. I've pretty much given up all hope.
spectrum reading. Green frequency. There's my green gas giant. Finally, I see. The curious cat was back to search across the galaxy.
Okay.
I finally found you. Everything's alright. My beautiful green gas giant, you're on the perfect side. The cat's purring now, we made it through. Another rock knows something new.
Cheap bacteria.
I feel it calling out there,
Ceremonial world.
waves a line for me to find. Something's pulling, heart keeps racing.
I will not map it. I don't care about the cartographic data. Generally, unless it's an Earth-like, I usually don't map them for cartographic reasons. I mean,
I'm running through the void now, running through the void now. Nothing's gonna stop me.
oh man, this keeps going and going.
Through the void now, running through the void now. This is who I'm meant to be.
At PlanX Shifter said no 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 no, come on map everything.
I used to do that. I would, every once in a while, I would just say, wherever I go, I'm gonna map everything in the system. And I've done that a few times, but you know, you never get to where you're going if you're doing that. And I tend to say, I'm going to go over there and explore, not necessarily explore on the way there. I want to go over there and explore. So the interim traveling between A and B, that's very difficult to do without, you know, at least scanning a few things. So I compromise, and about every 7th, 8th, or 9th jump, I would scan a system and see if there was anything good there. And it's hard to just jump over a system that's got bodies and not scan things. Where are you hiding? There you are.
Can't turn back.
It's not green. Oh well. So much for that.
I'm running through the void now, running through the void.
A few more.
Stop me, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm running through the void now.
I'm hoping to come across some notable stellars. I haven't found any of those in a while. We got nothing here. Let me check something. Sometimes there are cases, very rare, but like a notable stellar will not show up. I've only seen it one time, but not show up on a FSS, but shows up in your nav panel. And the only time I've seen that was with the type 07 anomaly.
This is who I'm meant to
And the only place that's only been found in one location. So I went there. And they specifically mentioned that the notable stellar did not show up when you FSS the system. It was in the nav panel. And they were right.
My hands begin to shake. Looking through the glass, stars so far away. They told me not to go, to stay within the lines. But something pulls me forward. I can't
All right, only 2 bodies. Nothing here.
beyond
Good.
everything I've known. Each second weaker, every breath I take. My heart beats even faster as I navigate what lies beyond the edge of everything I know. I'll chart the path that no one's ever shown.
Any of you watching it do Discord, I have a Discord server that you're more than welcome to join. It's very low throughput. We pretty much just post pretty pictures of things we find while we're exploring and stuff. I and other people.
Primary star.
And some announcements about what I'm doing if I'm feeling it. And when I go live. 8 bodies here.
The void will break me, make me turn around. But every star
Might be some gas giants here. No?
lies beyond
Fine.
everything I've known. The signals fade to silence, but I'm wide awake. My
Not gonna be crap here. Those are all rocky bodies. Unless there's an oxygen world or something, or argon rich or something.
everything I've known. I'll chart the path that no one's ever shown.
Anything here is gonna be like neon methane or argon with crap on it.
I'm on my own. What lies beyond the edge of
Alright, well that went quick.
Body 2. Ads starting in 1 minute. Criteria. System discovery complete. First body to map is 2.
every boundary crossed, every rule defied, was leading
In hindsight, I should have went and got some of those tubuses.
how to touch the sky.
Only because all I'm doing is honking, scooping, and scanning. Which is pretty much what I do. A lot.
Breaking free from gravity, I'm on my own. What lies beyond the edge of everything I've known.
Tunnel, 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 tunnel.
Gone everything we've known.
Completing system scan for cartography.
Primary star. Undiscovered.
Nothing here but the star. Only 50 more jumps in this route.
Step into your sidewinder, smallest ship with biggest heart. 400 billion waiting. Pick a star, that's where you start.
So I wonder when the Caspian is going to become available for credits. Maybe the same time they do the operations.
Burning, every upgrade fans the flame. Will you trade across the stations? Hunt the wanted through the black. Mind the rings of
Completing system
distant
scan for
giants. There's no
Body A. Undiscovered.
place your own trail through infinity.
23 bodies, 3 stars.
The galaxy is
Well, 3 stars so far. Okay, let's see. What's this? It's not an Earth-like. Oh well.
notorious and mean.
Bounty
Body A3 meets mapping criteria.
Every story yours to hold. Chart the routes that no one's take. Dark reports beyond the rim. Light years spent to your descent.
Let's just keep drilling down.
Blaze your own
Those out of the way.
write your legend in the stars. For the covert anaconda. The galaxy is ours. Join the wretch, the void is calling. It's another
It's disappointing. These high metal contents with no life.
one scale, one galaxy, one magnificent obsession. Every jump's a revelation, every choice is your possession. The Milky Way's your carnival, the cosmos your stage tonight. Blaze your own trail through infinity, write your legend in the stars. From the start, why do you anaconda? The galaxy is on. Join the ranks, the void is calling. And tonight, find your way. Many reasons to begin today.
It's a lot of high metal contents with no life. It's sad. Three more things. One more thing.
Body A7A.
Finally, life.
Argon atmospheric landable with life. System discovery.
Sadly, it's argon with two.
First body to map is A3.
Neon, methane, and argon with one or two biosignals is virtually always cheap bacteria and fonticula. And that's what it is in this case. Just 1 million credits. Base value. Last thing I scanned too.
Every pulse, another test. What inside me will I prove? I'll chart the unseen. That's where I begin.
Body A. Undiscovered.
Okay, 10. 10's a good number.
Planet spin,
2 stars. So we have 8 planets or moons.
signals, a mystery pressed on and on.
Even quicker.
It will stay unchanged. You asked why I choose the edge and the silence in between. The answer echoes for every stretch. I'm more alive, chasing what's unseen. I'll chart the unseen. That's where I begin.
Body A4. Meets mapping criteria.
No life though.
Hesitate. Find cover.
Body A2. Sulfur
We have
dioxide
stratum
atmospheric landable with
tectonica.
life.
All right, last thing I
May
scan.
host a new
Well,
personal codex entry.
we'll
has high
stop for
biological
stratum
value.
tectonica.
System discovery complete. First body to map is A4.
No, I disagree. I think the first body in the map is A2. We have bacteria and stratum tectonica.
Rising edge of light, riding a path no map began. I'll chart the unseen. That's where I begin. With every scar on the steeled skin, my legend's written in the stars. On and on, the journey spins. That's where I begin.
Taking my time so I can drink some coffee on the way. Let's see what we got. Oh, I know what we got.
Small heart beating on the console while a million stars ignite. You're for electric in the dashboard light. Commander's hand upon your spine.
Doesn't look like a sulfur dioxide world.
You watch the nebulae drift by tonight. Smoky guardian of the curious cat. Your purr against the
In case y'all are curious, all the music you hear is AI created by me, well, by AI producer. But I created it using AI producer. Most of it's exploration themed, and you'll hear mention of me, my cat Smokey, and the ship Curious Cat, which I'm currently flying. There is a video of 7 hours of music, of that music on YouTube. Feel free to use whatever you'd like for whatever purpose. It's all copyright free. Or just put it on in the background while you're doing stuff. I do that. I put it on in the background while I'm cleaning the house. Because I like the music. Trying to make more videos. I got gradually increasing my supply of video clips and things to work with to create some shorter video clips and things. Getting better at video editing. I'm not good at it yet though, and I'm certainly not very creative. My wife is the creative person. I'm the technical person. At least I used to be more technical. I'm not getting older now. I'm not as sharp as I used to be. I don't like this terrain a whole lot. Well, it's not the terrain. I don't like the colorization of that. How about over there? What's that look like? Yeah, let's go over there. I don't expect any real difficulty in finding this stuff, but notice if you were here earlier when I was talking about light colored soil, this isn't super light colored. Sometimes the soil can be kind of light colored and the stratum is light colored, so it can be difficult to see, especially on my system. This looks like it won't be any problem though. I'm just look at these brown spots. Hopefully it'll just pop right up in front of me.
Bear_McPike said station construction complete. Park in it for the night. 07.
I thought you said you weren't doing colonization. And thanks for coming in though. I do appreciate it for you hanging out and speaking up and saying hi. It's very nice to meet you. I have my own system I colonized. I really miscalculated. I started it, then they came out and changed the rules a little bit. Now it's almost impossible for me to build a tier 3 there without blowing away a bunch of stuff I've already done. And I have the economy the way I wanted. I got the materials the way I wanted. I have a Haz-Res with pirates. I have a station that has plenty of tritium for my carrier. And that's pretty much all I need. But I did want a tier 3 station so I could get a universal cartographics and stuff. But I got a fleet carrier for that that's usually parked there anyway, so I can turn in any exo data there on my carrier. Guess I'm going to need a scanner for this though. Looking at the planet at the moment.
Jerwin Jones asks, I'm on my 6th colony, building a dodeck at the moment. How many colonies have you
One
done
system.
now?
I only have one system. I've helped build many systems, including a dodeck for other people. Anonymice is often in my chats. Annoymice, Anonymice, depending which platform you're on. And I've worked together helping other people many times build systems. When I'm in the bubble, if I got nothing else to do, I'm more than happy to haul cargo for people in my Panther Clipper or load up my carrier, and then deliver a few tens of tons or tens of thousands, many tons of, steel and stuff.
Jerwin Jones said you help on one of mine,
Yeah.
remember?
It's probably how we met almost. I don't remember. Well, I think that's one of them, though, that Annoymice helped on too, wasn't it? Anonymice.
Jerwin Jones said I helped on yours too.
Mm-hmm. I'll show mine in a second. But without blowing away anything, I think if I had known what I know now, I would have built a tier 3 early on. Now it wants like 18 tier 3 credits and stuff to do it. And there's just no way. Not without blowing away stuff and basically starting over. So I have 2. This one's not really mine. This is Ocker 7's, even though I dropped the beacon there, so it's under my name. He just wanted me to drop a beacon there so he could build a system there and use it to leapfrog while he was building other things. So he asked me to drop a beacon there, so I did. This is my system. You've seen it before. But if I want to build a tier 3, just as an example, let's yeah, I know I don't have enough credits. The other one's 18. And there's no way. I have 10 now. But there's almost no way for me to get 8 more. I don't know what the maximum number required is, but when I was getting up to 10, every time I kept building things, this number kept going up. So now I would have to blow away something.
Jerwin Jones said it's a good system. It really
Yeah,
has
but I'd
that
have to blow
quality
away
feel.
something to rebuild more tier 2s, or I'd start with tier 1, but tier 2s to get the tier 3 credits, and there's just no way I can do it. So I've just pretty much given up on building a tier 3 there. But I like the system. I mean, I've got tritium in these rings, plus Smoky. It's not Smoky, it's the other one. It's Dustin's Dilemma that has a lot of tritium, more than my carrier will hold. So, and it's got all the materials. If I was colonizing, I can get everything in my system now locally, except for ceramic composites, CMM composites, and it wasn't. It's either fruit and vegetables or food cartridges or something. One of those that I don't have in my system. Thanks for the friend request there, Commander Bear McPie. No problem. Bear McPike. Sorry, not McPie. I need one more stratum tectonica here. Let's go over here and see if we can find this.
Jerwin Jones said it's getting them to trade with other systems. That's difficult.
Mine trades with B22-2 or something, like the next system over. If you look, it's got like things going back and forth. So, and I did that automatically. I didn't do it. I mean, it just magically happened. Somebody colonized that system, and things just started happening. So. But again, I'm very happy with the system. Don't get me wrong. I kind of wanted to get a DoDeck when it came out, but I was like, there's no way. Now, if it would let me build one, if I bought one, you know, and it would let me build one without having the underlying 18 credits, I would buy one. But that's pretty much the only way I could get a tier 3 would be to do that. And that's a case, you know, that would be a pure play to win type thing, and I would do it for that cause. Other than buying a ship or something, I would certainly buy a DoDeck.
Jerwin Jones said, if you start another, give me a bell.
I will. I will, because I'll be building a tier 3 right off, or as soon as I can, if I do another system. But it can't be just any system. I actually wanted to, I don't want to just build a tier 3 around a star with no economy or anything. I want to actually do something useful. Okay, we're done here. Let's press on to the next system. So that's 3 stratum tectonicas. So we're in an hour and a half. So we're pretty much going to do my average of 300. I say 300 million in a 3-hour stream, so we're pretty close to that. So I'm real happy. If I don't find anything else during this stream, I consider it a win, profit-wise. Yeah, I certainly will, though. If I do another colonization, I'll be posting all through Discord saying, hey, any of you guys remember when I was helping people? I have a lot of people say that they would help me. Now, whether they're actually available when that need arises, life is life. Things happen. It'll get done one way or another, either way, whether someone helps me or not when I decide to do it. What have we accrued so far? I think it's just the 3 stratums. Yeah, oh no? On the Aliota too. So we have 302 million. So life is good. At this rate, I'll have 1 billion by the end of next stream, so. Very easy to make 1 billion credits doing this. Just spend the time. And don't waste time getting a bunch of low profit things. Just keep looking till you find the higher paying things. Or you could spend hours getting 5 million credits of bacterias. And you'll get there eventually, but it's so much quicker to worry about the 30, 40, 50, 90 million, credit things. Goes much faster. I have no clue what I'm doing. None. Once I do my first stream under Linux, so I won't have nearly the alerts and things. I'll have alerts, but they won't be as nifty as the ones I have. And my channel point things. Well, I'll have some channel. Those will work also with streamer bots, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. 22 bodies here. Okay. But I might do a test stream. I may not stream it to Twitch, though. I might stream it to like Kick or something to, you know, if it doesn't go well. till I get the bugs worked out. We'll see. Well, I enjoy people coming into the stream. I really don't want to have a stream that's all crappy and not working right and troubleshooting and doing things, you know. With all my fans there. I say fans generously. It's not green. Looks weird though. So what time? Oh, it's not late enough. So it's when's options none usually shows up. Must not be early enough in the day where he's located. I don't know.
Far beyond the charted maps, I fly. Each star a beacon in the night. My ship cuts through the air.
Still something there.
On past that no one's coming back.
No more gas giants, so no green gas giants here. No life yet.
10,000 stars are calling out my name. Through westward fields and solar flames.
Kind of cool to think. I have tens of thousands of stars with my name. I think. I know I have many thousands. I don't know about tens of thousands. Alright, we have no life here. Oh well.
Life forms we've never seen before.
I've got to get another desk set up in the other room for my main streaming setup, whatever I end up with, which I have this computer there, but I still got to physically move the desk from one bedroom into there. I would say it's not a problem, but actually it is a problem at my age now to do the simple things like that.
Primary star.
I'll get a drug in there one way or another though. 9 bodies here. This won't take but a moment to be disappointed. Let's see.
Stars will lead. I'll map the way for those who come, breaking trails to kingdom come. Every scan and every flight shows what lies beyond our sight.
A class stars seem to be fairly boring so far. I mean, with the variety of life I've found so far around them. But that can vary widely, depending on the region of space you're in. If you're looking for notable stellar phenomena, go over the far end of Hawking's Gap has tons of them. I passed through there and I was coming across them so often I just stopped going to see what they contained because there were just so many of them, and everyone I checked had exactly the same type of mollusks and things in them, and they were all the same. But after I did 5 or 6 of them, I just stopped checking them. Pretty much there was a series of section I went through, and every jump had a notable stellar phenomena.
Watch her take flight, breaking free tonight through the stars.
I've never found Lagrange lightning clouds in the wild. I've been to several of them. Those are cool as hell. Wouldn't mind finding one of those in a notable stellar either. One that hadn't been discovered previously, I mean.
Undiscovered.
Every warning light burns red, race
5 bodies here.
Never looking back in flight.
Let's get away from the star a little bit.
Dark alone, finding her way. Asteroids inside.
Body 4.
Stratum
Ammonia
tectonica.
atmospheric landable with life. Has
Nothing.
high biological value.
Nothing. One time I found a system that had 5 planets with stratum tectonica. That was a nice payday. Okay, well, we will stop for stratum tectonica. Let's go to planet 4.
Never looking back in flight.
This will put us almost 400 million.
In uncharted space she flies. Every system
If I was keeping track, and I am.
wonders worth the waiting for.
I've got to pay for my carrier and help with the squadron expenses. And, you know, credits to buy a Caspian when they come out. Things like that. Might as well need to transfer more money. I think I've got 7 billion. Transfer a couple of billion over to the fleet carrier, maybe another billion to the squadron. Unless somebody in chat needs a billion, I can certainly help with that too. Whee!
Ads starting in 1 minute.
I think it's time for a loop shame count.
The card in a
Card
demonstration
essence
of
said,
piloting
"Loop."
skill has performed 138 loops of shame. Pitiful.
Way more loops of shame than that count implies. Just taking my time on the approach here. Green ammonia atmosphere. I thought about trying to use my controller to fly and stuff with my Linux box, and I'm like, man, I got a SATEC joystick. I should probably hook that up and try to use it. Or I could just, well, once I'm in the same room, I could just unplug this and plug in my HOTAS in it. But I did migrate the key bindings over, so it should work, hypothetically, with very little modification.
Body 4. Has high biological value.
Dang right it does. Let's go. Let's go get some. This is going to be one of those cases where the soil is light colored, I suspect.
Stars are calling out your name. There's something waiting out there, but you're not feeling quite the same. Smokey's watching from the dash, great for catching starlight. You've gotta push beyond the past, make this journey feel right. Fly with me through the void where no one goes. Fly with me, find the worlds that no one knows. You and me, we're the ones who break the code. Fly with me, down this endless cosmic road. Smoke keepers, the engines hum, we're not going back.
0.33G, Commander.
Stay right on this track. I see you checking all the screens, plotting courses to the back. Sometimes I wonder what it means when there's no way to turn back.
It usually pops some down right in front of me or near me, so once I see it with my eyes, train my eyes on what it looks like in this environment.
Make this journey feel right. Fly with me through the void when no
Okay.
Fly with me, find the worlds that no one knows. You and me, we're the ones who break the code. Fly with me, down this endless cosmic road. Smoke keepers, the
You know there's some here.
smoke keepers, the engines hum. Stay right on this track.
Maybe some over there by them rocks. I'm not sure. Let's go see.
Take the wheel, give all you've got. We're gonna light up these skies. You and me and Smokey too. We're gonna make it through. We're gonna make it through.
Yep, it is. Okay, I think it is.
Through the void when no one
Yeah, it is. It's much harder to spot here, though.
through the worlds that no one knows. Fly with me, find the worlds that no one knows. You and me, we're the ones who break the code.
So I like looking for it on darker soil.
I chart the void with steady hands through nebulae and distance.
Stratum tectonic is confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million. Minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
The stars are calling out our names.
Well,
Flames. No turning back, we're flying free. The galaxy's our destiny. We're riding through the
okay, let me go up. But let me go until the landing gear came up.
this void has ever seen. We'll face the dark, we'll touch the stars. Nothing can stop us.
Alright, let's see if we can find some more over here somewhere.
Forever reaching for the sky.
Don't think this is far enough.
I scan the systems, mark the way on alien worlds where no one stays.
Minimum distance reached.
Lights your
You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Let's go over here, this big flat area, and see how lucky we get.
through dangers that would break the rest. We navigate, we never rest. No turning back, we're flying
Second partial sample collected.
Commander and companion side by side, discovering what's yet unseen. The bravest archers boy has ever seen. We'll face the dark, we'll touch the stars. Nothing can stop us, here we
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
for the sky. Beyond the horizon, we will fly. For the sky.
Got one right there. Perfect. Had to sneeze there. Okay, we're done. And 397 million. Okay. Still haven't found anything cool. Huh. Pretty normal stuff. Actually, less variety than with a K-star so far. I mean, we have Aliotus, Tubus, maybe Concha, Stratum, Bacteria. I think that's all we found so far. I haven't sampled all those things, but that's what was there. We have 8 bodies. Star in our rear view mirror a little bit. Nothing real promising. We'll see. One icy body.
System scan complete.
Nada.
Charging.
Probably going to call it here in a little bit. I'm gonna make some dinner.
Tracing the edges where gnome turns to vast. I mark every signal, every distant flare. The map keeps changing, but I'm always there. Eyes on the stars.
So far I'd say F stars other than the stratum I found. Kind of boring.
Eyes on the stars again and again. This is how legacies begin.
See, 17 bodies. But F stars do tend to have the ammonia worlds, though. We found a lot of ammonias of decays I can think of.
Never the same. Tracks in red dust, no need for fame. Signals crackle, echoes of past. Each new horizon, hope built to last. I hold the unknown in the palm of my hand. Gravitate forward, I don't have a plan. Eyes on the stars, forward no end. Carving a
Definitely not green.
eyes on the stars again and again. This is how legacies begin. All the empty stretches, nights with
No
sun.
green.
Quiet, the vast starlit crown. It isn't for glory, it isn't for gold. I move through the silence, unbroken, bold. Eyes on the stars, forward no end. Carving a path where few would stand. Eyes on the stars, again and again. This is our legacy.
Frameshift drive
I
charging.
think not.
Eyes on the stars.
4, 3,
Next system.
Eyes on the stars.
Looking at one of the other tools, voxel stats and stuff. Not very helpful.
Gathering information from above field.
Grouping complete.
Okay, 6 bodies here. A bunch of moons. Ooh. It's too bad. That would look great with a couple of green spots on it. Last one.
System scan complete.
No life.
Frameshift drive charging.
I guess since I have hamburger meat thawing out, and it's almost Monday by the time I get started, it'll be Monday. I guess that's going to be Meatloaf Monday. Sounds good to me. "22 bodies, okay. 2 stars. Nice ring. What is an tritium there? I asked the squadron commander if the squadron carrier needed any tritium. He said not yet, so didn't do any mining this time. I did some 2 waypoints before. Filled up the carrier again. I did not fill up the carrier. I only did a couple of kilotons. But he paid a huge amount of money for tritium, so people went and mined it. Some of the DW3 people did. Geologics. Nothing.
Recording thoughts at light speed through the vast eternities, missing what I left behind. Floating free.
Looks like this would be it for the system.
System scan complete.
Floating free.
One more system, then I'm going to call it.
Charging.
Log amendments.
Just park here and go start dinner.
Gravity, the touch of
Theoretically, possible I could stream again after dinner and stuff, but I doubt it. Try to get some sleep so I can be up during the day a little bit.
something changed in
Well, there's no real reason.
between the stars. Shows what I can't see. Recording thoughts at light speed through the vast eternity.
42 bodies. Who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. This many bodies. I'm putting some distance away. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay.
Station doors unlock. The dark release is yours. 1,000 burning suns wait outside these walls. You chose the ship, you set the course. No one tells you what you are anymore. 3, 2, 1. This is the moment.
Come on, dude.
We'll bend its knees. Every system, every star. You decide how far. Launch into the black and claim your name. Nothing will be the same. The universe awaits your call. You can have it all. Hyperspace awaits. The jump drive hum beneath. Trade routes or war zones, or silence in the deep. You write the rules, you take the risk. This is everything you didn't know you missed. 3, 2,
Lots of variety there, possibly.
you break free. The galaxy will bend its knees. Every system, every star. You decide how far. Launch into the black and claim your name. Nothing will ever be the same. Awaits your call. You can have it all. No ceiling here. No walls to hold you down.
Halfway.
Every planet, every sound. You are the weapon, you are the key. This is your territory.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Break free.
Yes, yeah, it is. Never know what you're going to scan next.
Decide how far.
How many times can you tell yourself that?
Your name. Nothing will ever be the same. The universe awaits your call.
It's always nothing until it's something. And sooner or later, it's always something, eventually. Hmm. Pretty much like the other planet. It had a bunch of stuff on it. Don't know if I'll effort it or not, though. It's got a couple of good things, 37G.
Another world beneath my wings. Push past pirates in pursuit. This mission drives me to proceed. Stars surround my solitary ship, but in each system that I scan,
Alright, let's see what we're going to ignore.
light the dark. Every star tells a story.
6E has 7 bios. Texas worth something if one wanted to effort it. This conch is not too bad if it actually stayed there. And that's about it. Excuse me, same thing again here. Nothing there. So, it's possibly 2 planets with Frutexa on it, if I wanted to worry about it. I don't think I will, though. What I will do, we'll go map it, and we'll go down, and I'll park on that planet. And we'll see. We'll go map it and see first. 6E. We'll pretend we're going to get that Frutexa. I might actually get it. I just may not get it tonight. Maybe before I leave, I might get it if I remember. 6E.
Failing, warning lights flash bright and red, but I won't turn back homeward. Push ahead.
Stay away from that big planet. Maybe it won't slow us down too much.
Every star shows the way. Every star holds a secret.
Not a very big planet. And it's orbiting. That's a tiny little thing, isn't it? Huh.
Every star shows the way.
Ad starting in 1 minute.
Every star holds a secret.
See where the sun's at.
Discover today. Chronicle cradles in ink and intent.
Oh, does this actually have a moon too?
Steady the helm while quiet.
It does. It's awful tiny. 6EA, it sure does. Huh.
Possibility. Smoky shifts silent but waits. Pulses pound in patterns past purples, past planets. Courage curls, caution crests, calm in the cabin. Who tries the unknown when the light runs low? Is it folly? Is it fortune? Onward I go. Will a single spark split
Ammonia atmosphere. It's got a little bit of atmosphere you can see.
Who claims the cosmos on dusk frosted dawns? Do we drift? Do we dare? Do we care?
Surface scan.
Choking with jump points. Jittery joys just.
Surface scan
Names on the
complete.
night map, numbers to none. I'm writing to you. Stranger beside me, wind at my back, like the no breeze. No, what will we find?
I hate that. I hate that the tussock and the Frutexa are co-locating. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze again. Excuse me. Trying to eliminate the tussock, but it looks like we're just going to be stuck with it. So, sadly, sometimes the tussock and Frutexa can, from a distance, can look the same. Now, this Frutexa is very unique looking. It's kind of a fern-looking thing. Well, I could show a picture of it if I wanted to, but it's kind of a fan-shaped thing. Looks nothing like the tussock, but the tussock will take up a lot of, it'll give me a lot of false alarms. At least until I scan the first sample, then I can pulse away and look at the color of the pulses. So.
Steady as Saturn's ring, silent and small.
On approach.
We chase constellation
I've been known before looking for text because sometimes it's kind of sparse. Just park and get out of the ship and send out a pulse looking to see what lights up. And then find it and then move a little bit and do the same thing again. Instead of flying around looking for it, it's sometimes just easier to see what lights up. You only have to go 150 meters for Texas, so oftentimes once you find it, you can find some more nearby it. I'm not seeing any green now. That's unfortunate. It's probably an unfortunate accident that there's no green there to teal or whatever to give me some confidence that there might be some here. Nice video stutter has ran me into the ground.
Landing gear deployed.
0.23G, Commander. Wait for these video stutters to clear up a little bit. Then I have to wait for the game to be nice and start rendering things because my GPU is so slow.
Just one more call. Markers on my radar, I'm answering them all. You watch from the bridge as the world disappears. Out here I'm at peace with the rush and the fear.
Now, this probably is not what I'm looking for. No, that's Tussock. I need to find the first one so I can filter on it a little bit. It's more Tussock. Down here. Let's go look over there.
Sparks paint the void. Enemy warnings lost in the noise. Bet on my skill, I bet on the sky.
What shields are for, right? More Tussock. I don't expect to find big patches of Frutex. I expect to find individual plants of it, you know, usually. Pain. So I hate doing it when there's Tussock around because it just takes over everything. Now it's definitely Tussock. Oops.
Blazing through the silence, across infinite blue. I fly where thunder gathers. I see what few dare view. With cannons lighting darkness, my fate is what I bring. I rise in the rushing silence beyond the rings. You ask me why I push so
I am not seeing what I want to see, folks. Let's check in the hills a little bit. God, these video stutters are going to kill me. They're literally going to kill me.
watch the stars from here. Wonder what was out there waiting. My feet were planted on the ground.
Who's that?
But my heart was always
That's Osis.
They said
Sure is. Huh.
holds no price. But I'm going beyond the charts tonight.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
When no one's been
We're gonna land if we're able to.
the spaces between the known and true. Beyond the charts, I'll make it through.
Somewhere.
Curious cat hums beneath my hands. Each jump brings something new to see. Nebulae that paint the black with color. Worlds that spin in silence calling me. They set the cold
Oh, you know you were gonna let me land there.
your soul. But I'm going beyond the charts tonight. Beyond the charts where no one's been. Past every warning sign and light. On the charts
I'm sure we'll just light up the
between the known and true. Beyond the
what I'm going to do is I'm going to sample this tussock just so that it'll turn blue. And then when I pulse, if I see anything that's not tussock, it will be purple. Unless something lights up on the hillside over there. Okay. And I'll just discard this sample.
they think of wars and endings. But I see doors that no one's opened. I see the start of something. So I'm going beyond the
One for the high ground.
beyond the charts where dreams begin. Past every doubt and fading light. Beyond the charts where I've been.
Okay, excuse me.
Between the known and true. Beyond the charts, I made it through.
What I'm looking for should be purple. Don't know if I can trust this or not, though. Okay, now we'll just fly somewhere else and land and pulse around and look for purple.
My heart seeks home. In my curious cat we fly. Frame shift blazing through the sky. Every star is scar I scan and measure. Searching for my hidden treasure.
I was looking for protection one time. I couldn't find it, and I just landed in this valley and got out and sent out a pulse, and it was actually this grubby little stuff was growing all over the place on the side of the mountain.
Frozen spheres,
That may be the case here.
endless years. Green gas giant, emerald dream. I'll find you in this stellar stream.
Sure be nice if you could send that pulse out from the ship, though. Man.
Empty promises in disguise.
At Tortoise 414.
Hey,
said
Tortoise,
at
welcome
7.
in. Good to see you, my friend. I'm just having a futile effort looking for this Frutexa before I end my stream. Thought I'd find it real quick and then just park and call it a night. But all I'm finding is this tussock, and there's osses up on that hill.
Where do you hide? Across the void so far and wide. Through icy bodies frozen
Not seeing it. All I'm seeing is the tussock.
I have searched for you so long. There you are in brilliant marine gas giant, my perfect size. Green gas giant.
And there's osses. Lots of osses here.
No more icy bodies cold. Here's the wonder to behold. Gas giant, you
May actually have to go up to orbit and come back down somewhere else. And try to find a spot that doesn't have the tussock.
you waited there for me.
Or I could do what I originally planned, which was just land in my stream. I really didn't intend to get this. Let's get out and pulse around and see if we see anything. Yeah, if not, I think I'll just call it. Because I was going to end here anyway. I might keep looking around later after I eat, see if I can find it, just because of the challenge.
Stars reach out with invisible hands, drawing.
Assuming it lets me disembark.
Never thought I'd find purpose so far from everything I knew to say.
Again, it should be purple since I've already sampled one of them.
Every pulsar and stars begun shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals nobody else hears, mapping past through the dark, leaving all fears. Log entry synchronized with cosmic timeline. Each light year cross leaves Earth further behind.
Go ahead and get it. Might as well sample these tussocks while I'm looking for this stuff. So. Then they'll just be blue. I won't have to worry about it. What I'll be looking for will be green.
Alien sunset painted the sky in colors we've never found.
I think that other patch on the other side of the ship's probably far enough. We'll see.
But every new world I discover speaks in pure
Yeah.
revelation. 'Cause the void speaks to me in frequencies unknown. Every pulsar and star shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals nobody else hears, mapping paths through the dark, leaving all fears. Log entry, dancing with celestial design. Each planet outside becomes your delight. Each planet I shot becomes yours and mine. Sometimes it's my own strength in the sun. It's better that yours overflows than mine. Sometimes in the silence between the stars, I feel you pulling me on, like gravity's force across endless dark, showing me where I belong. Yes, the void speaks to me in frequencies unknown. Every pulsar and star shows me where to roam. I'm just following signals.
Nothing. Oh well. I got the tussock. Ooh, ooh. Alright guys, I'm going to call it here. Okay, make my meatloaf, get it started. Maybe be able to eat some of it tonight before I go to bed. thank everybody for coming in. I will see y'all next time, Tortoise. Should have joined earlier. Haven't found anything other than about 400 million credits worth of stratum and stuff. Looking at F stars. Last couple of streams I did K stars only. Now I'm just doing F stars. So I'll do that for a couple of streams and see how it goes. But that being said, thanks again everybody for coming in. Hope y'all had a
Tortoise 414
had a great
said,
weekend.
Nice. Take care.
You guys be safe and enjoy the rest of your day and Monday, depending on where you're at. Take care, guys. If the hotkey would work, it would be so nice. Well, I don't know why. There it goes.
There's an empty seat beside me where you used to curl and sleep while the galaxies turned slowly and the void was cold and deep. Now I fly these routes alone through the black between the suns, but I swear I hear you breathing in the way the engine hums. You're chasing stars now, smoky, running free across the sky. I see your shape in nebulae every time I'm passing by. The cockpit feels too quiet, but I keep the thrusters bright. You're chasing stars now, smoky, and I'm right here still in flight. I remember how you'd watch me plot the jumps from world to world, your green eyes catching starlight as the hyperspace unfurled. Every station, every waypoint carries traces of your grace. Now you're scattered through the cosmos, and I see you every place. You're chasing stars now, smoky, running free across the sky. I see your shape in nebulae every time I'm passing by. The cockpit feels too quiet, but I keep the thrusters bright. You're chasing stars now, smoky, and I'm right here